So, you know, I never will understand why some videos go so smooth. I mean, it's absolutely perfect. And then some are like a unicorn. You just can't catch it. Has nothing to do with the hybrid or the mod or the product. It's like the camera. The third time I've recorded this video. First time I recorded it, go over and my memory card was half empty. Like the video was only halfway there. The next time I went and recorded this video, get to my computer and I'm out of focus. And so we're going to give it round 3 here. So, maybe this one will go great. So what we're going to talk about today is the synthesis from 310 Vapors and Ihybridmods.com. And here we go. Alright, so as many of you will notice, we've got a change of scenery. Something big's coming, needed a production area, so that's what we've got here, and looking forward to it. So, on to the synthesis. This is going to be a first impressions, not a full review, and we're going to be giving one away. So first we'll have a vape on it, and then we'll have some thoughts and discussions. That thing hits hard. So, instead of taking that one all apart, I'm just going to show you this one, which is the one we're giving away. So, let me pull one of these little nubbins out and explain to you kind of what this is all about. The synthesis, in my opinion, fills a pretty big hole in the market. There are a lot of really great mechanical mods out there, but there's not a lot of great hybrids. And the synthesis, I think, was designed by Faceless in order to fill that hole. The synthesis does not come with a 510 bottom. I have been told that they will be coming. The 510 Excess add-on, I guess, for it will be coming. But it's got the threading on it, the same threading as the GP Paps, the Gus G22, the Gus Telescope, what else? The Caravella, the Bear Brass mod. And also it has this little extra ring that comes with it, and this ring threads onto a GGTS telescope, allowing the synthesis to thread directly onto the GGTS telescope in similar fashion to the Z80 G. You know, I love the Caravella, and I regret I had a brass one and I ended up getting rid of it a couple of weeks ago. And so my buddy Rick Westwood, thank you man for letting me borrow it. Let me borrow his Caravella to do this review of the synthesis. I have found when you mix the amazing quality of a Caravella with the amazing quality of the synthesis, and you remove a point of contact, so you don't have the 510 top and then the bottom of the Addy. So instead of having contact, it's contact. When you remove that additional point of failure or point where resistance is added to the mix, especially I see on the Caravella, and I'm sure it'd be that way with a lot of the other ones, it creates and turns the Caravella into an amazing hybrid, removing one of the points to it. So we'll have another vape on it, and then we'll do a little bit of close. It just vapes like a dream. Now, I'm showing it on the Caravella, but what we'll do is we'll move over to the GP Paps with 18350. Now, no 510 top. It just threads right onto it. Look. Threads, vanilla pudding smooth. And it just works. Now I've got a Ihybrid style GP Paps. I actually took some sandpaper to this one and brushed it down a little bit. Battery may be a little weak, and of course, here we go with problems. The phones are going to ring. Gotta take this. I'll be right back. And we're back. So as I was saying, I've got it on the GP Paps now, and I did brush it down with some, what was it, 420 grit sandpaper, And so we'll have a vape off this. Battery's a little weak. Oh, vape's so good. I need to clean the contact in this PAPS. So, now the GP PAPS into a hybrid. Don't have a bare brass mods, don't have a GGTS, but another side note about this ring, if you don't have a stealth cap, you can thread this directly onto your telescope and then put your Caravella, your PAPS, your Gus, your any of the 510s will thread onto this, and so then you can add a 510 to your GG telescopes. That's a neat little feature. So we'll talk about, I guess, these little nubbins. It's kind of Caravella style. Faceless told me that these are, I believe, 8/32. I'll find out exactly what that is and put it in the description. So if you have a battery that, I don't know, is a little different from what the 3 that comes with it is, you can at any point you can go to Home Depot and buy a new one. Or if you've used it for a really long time and you want to get a new contact for it, you just go to, like I said, Home Depot, Lowe's, or something like that. Pick up a, I think it's an 8/32 brass screw, chop it off, new contact. So that's pretty cool for self-maintenance on it. Now, again, this is going to just be a first impression, so I'm not going to do a whole lot of up close, but we'll do just a little bit. Show you kind of how it works. Now, I guess in true Ihybrid fashion, it's got a tank protector. The capacity, and this is a fused quartz tank, the capacity on this is 4 milliliters. And if you don't want to use the tank protector, similar Ihybrid fashion, put that on there backwards. Oh, let me just do this one. And there you go. You cover the threads just like an Ihybrid with the Addy, and now you can, I guess, see your whole tank. And I actually do like using my my Ihybrids that way, so that's probably how I'll be end up using it myself, upside down. Under the hood, it's got a very small air chamber. You know, the air chamber is kind of, I would say, probably about the size of an Orion. It's about 3/4 of an inch from the base of the Addy to the top of the where the 510 drip tip goes in, and it uses, it's very tight. There's been no juice in this one yet. It uses a double O-ring system to, and as you saw how hard that was to pull off, it uses a double O-ring system to secure the top cap. And I actually, without juicing this back up, will not be able to get this back on. But after you do get a little juice on it, it does come off. And you see but as you can see, I mean, it's on there. It goes on really, really tight. It takes a good pull, and again, like I said, it sits really, really tight. So, some other things about it. I'll show you this one since I've got a coil on it. Under the Addy deck, or on the Addy deck here, you've got the ability to run single coils with a single coil single wick, a dual coil dual wick, a U-wick single coil, or a U-wick dual coil. So a pretty versatile Addy. It uses a 2.5 millimeter wick hole or a dual 2.5 millimeter wick holes. And the syringe, you know, I have a 16 gauge syringe that I use for it when in no problems. Probably could use up to a 14 gauge syringe in it. It uses all Phillips head screws. It has 2 different sizes. The negative contacts are one size and the positives are the other, but I have my micro driver works just fine for adjusting or tightening or loosening both of them, so no issues there. On the finish, it's absolutely perfect. There is not one single variation in the finish, and it's got the little eye engraved into it. And unlike the Ihybrids, it's not as they're not sharp. They're not really sharp like I noticed in the Ihybrid. It just seems like it's a little more polished. Phenomenal job. Now I think with a 2.5mm wick hole, it does lend itself with 1 ohm or sub 1 ohm vaping to using a dual wick, because this is a 4 wrap of 30 gauge that meters out to 1 ohm. So if you're getting 1 ohm with a 4 wrap of 30, you know, that's a product of the 2.5mm wick hole to get it really wicking to where it would need to be for sub 1 ohm. Definitely a U-wick style, and good looking U-wick there. Wick's great, fire's great. I'm gonna say that's probably all we're gonna do on the up close. I'm gonna put it back on the Caravella now. Focus, focused. Because I love it on the Caravella. So now I gotta go buy a Caravella, which I always wanted a brushed stainless Caravella anyway, and that's why I got rid of my brass one. It's because I hopefully would run into one on the list for one in July, but maybe we can find one used. So, one more vape, and then we'll talk about giving one away. Now, like I said, this is just the first impressions. We're going to do a really broke down up close here, maybe at the end of the week. So, one more vape. It's impressive. Definitely filled a hole in the market. So one more time, it turns the Caravella, the GP Paps, the Gus G22, the Gus Telescope, the GGTS, the Bear Brass Mods, and I would tell you also on the Chi-Yu, it is the same threadings, but they use a little different tolerances, so you got about a 20% chance that it'll thread directly onto a Chi-Yu as well. My Chi-Yu it won't. I did talk to Faceless, and he has 6 Chi-Yus, and it will thread onto 2 of his. So, you know, don't buy one for the Chi-Yu, because it's, like I said, about a 20% shot. So, that's what I got on the first impressions there. The air hole on it is the same as any other Ihybrid. I'm not exactly sure of the size, maybe 1.5 millimeters. But it's a great device. I absolutely love it, and I think it, definitely think it's some innovation that we needed. So, let's give one away. I was going to do this big elaborate thing where you need to submit a video and this, that, and the other, but you know, some of the forums don't like unsanctioned contests. So instead of getting all political with it and trying to battle that, I'm just going to give one away to a subscriber. So, you know, if you want to do me a favor, comment on the video. We're going to pick the winner in the same fashion as the last one. Count up from the bottom, draw a number, and we'll have a winner that way. But, you know, do me a favor, subscribe. Somewhere up here, or maybe right down here. Subscribe, share the video, you know, let you give your friends a shot at winning it. Leave a comment, like it. If you want to post on the forums, you know, keep it up at the top so a lot of people know about it. I would appreciate it. And that's what I got. Be Strong Vape On. It's Jamie JC West, ECF, Vape Pit, UK Vapors, New Vapor, Facebook, Vapor Wall, Vape Pit if I didn't say those again already. And Be Strong Vape On. See you again next time.